Hi friends, it's Em and welcome back to another video. It honestly feels weird to have filmed this so close to having filmed my July review, but it is almost August and we're going beachy. So the second I saw this Archer and Olive Kit Club, I knew that I had to use it. It just had the best sort of vibes. And then I'm going to mix in some Planet Darby stickers too, which have this sort of muted, neutral-y sort of aesthetic, as well as some According to Ali washi and some washi from the newest Archer and Olive summer release. So let's get into it. August is going to be a little bit weird. We're going to be doing a bunch of day trips where I'm the one driving, which means audiobooks for sure. And the key here, at least for me, is that I want the audiobook to last the exact length of the trip. So if it's a 5-hour drive, I want a 10-hour audiobook because I listen to it at 2x speed. There is nothing worse than being like 3/4 of the way through your drive and your audiobook ends. Because I'm going 70 degrees. I'm going 70 miles an hour down the interstate. I do not want to pull out my phone and try and get Spotify working. It's not for me. I want the audiobook to end right when I'm getting to the new place. Then I can hop into a book when I get there. For me, that is the travel dream. If I have to drive, that's what I'm doing. Now, we all know I am a passenger princess. I don't know if you didn't know, but those are definitely, that's definitely me. I like to co-pilot, I like to DJ, I like to backseat drive. Doing the actual driving, not my thing. Now, also in August, I'm so freaking excited for this, we are gonna go and meet Lila Sage. So if you are on Instagram or tuned in, her new upcoming books cover was just revealed for Wild and Wrangled, which is Dusty and Cam's book, and it looks so good. This is the slowest burn second chance. Ooh, I cannot wait. Lost and Lassoed which comes out in September, November, one of these days I'll figure it out. Seriously, one of my favorite romances that I've read this year. I read that almost the entire book while I was waiting for the NoahCon concert to start. Loved it to pieces. And the little teaser at the end of it for Wild and Wrangled, the chokehold that Lila Sage has on me is unreal. For someone, I grew up in Nebraska, I've ridden horses, like I've mucked a stall, never really had a thing for guys in cowboy boots or cowboy hats until now I'm like, ooh, let's go to Wyoming and find some hotties or whatever. Oh my god, I'm married. But my husband watches these videos. Gil, I don't want you to show up at home wearing a cowboy hat and boots. I promise. I don't want that. I like my cowboys fictional or named Glenn Powell. Still haven't seen the new Twisters movie. Very excited. I also just watched Coyote Ugly, which, like, if the obsession that I have with Lila Sage just became even deeper because I was like, oh, girl cowboy. So a cowgirl. It was great, I promise. Now we're going into some classic spreads. We're doing NetGalley Tracker, and we are doing buddy reads. So for my NetGalley Tracker this month, I honestly don't expect that there's going to be a ton of books on it. Reason being, your girl finally cut down to just one page of books. I have not been at one page of books. So one page of books here means I have 20 unread arcs since, God, I don't know when. I have absolutely no idea. Maybe 2021? And I do have some older ones to catch up on still, but I'm not worried. I'm not worried about it anymore. Like, I'm saving widgets to inboxes, and if I like it, then I'll see about picking it up. Sometimes I wait until I have the audio to pick up the NetGalley arc, because then I know that I'm gonna do it. Now, in terms of buddy reads, still going strong reading with my mom. It's a good vibe. And it's not just because she always lets me pick the book. Sometimes I force her to pick. But we are reading Pachinko right now. And I say right now because I know that I'm going to be reading this in August. Because it is so long. It's like 500 pages. And I'm 50 pages in. I think 2+ people have already died. And things are really depressing. And I'm just like, we're in 1910 through 1950 Korea. It's baffling. And I really like it. I'm learning a lot. Like, I want to be like, did you guys know what tuberculosis does? Because now I do. Now I know what, now I know what it does. But I'm enjoying it. I'm interested potentially in maybe watching the TV show after this. Maybe I'll start another Apple TV trial. That's something I could watch with my dad too. He'd be into that. Alright, but it is TBR time, so we are talking all of the books that are on my TBR and potentially some other books that aren't, because you know. So after Pachinko is The Phoenix Keeper, which is supposed to be cozy fantasy, but it's like at a zoo. My friend Dan read it, and he liked it. He said a lot of the zookeeping stuff was accurate. So, seeing as he is like an animal science zookeeper kind of guy, I believe it. There's also A Werewolf's Guide to Seducing a Vampire by Sarah Hawley. I cannot wait. Ben, the little werewolf, is gonna summon a succubus. Or, well, maybe she's a vampire. I thought she was a succubus. I don't know. But it's gonna be hot. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be cozy. And I don't know, do you think there's gonna be a fourth book? There could be a fourth book with like a Pixies something to something. I don't know. I did see the Fairy Loot editions of this on the internet though, and they looked adorable. Then we've got Rise and Divine, which is, I think, like the 5th or 6th book by Lana Harper. Very witchy, cozy fantasy vibes. We're really just leaning into cozy fantasy in August. Then we have Red River Road, which the only things I know about it are that it's set in Australia, I think, and it was recommended by Stacey Willingham, and I love her books, ergo, I think I'm going to love this book. Celestial Monsters by Aiden Thomas. Oh my god, I loved the Sunbearer Trials. I cannot wait to read this. And when I say I cannot wait, I mean I've had the arc for a while and I haven't gotten around to it, but oh yeah, I think it's gonna happen. I think it's gonna happen. And then we have Fall for Him by Andy Burke. I love Andy so much, and I really loved her Fly With Me book. This one I'm pretty sure is like the nurse guy friend. Ooh, I don't know. I'm excited though. We also have What Waits in the Woods. It's a thriller. That's all I know. That's literally all I know. Something is waiting in the woods though. Don't know what it is. This month I'm seriously flying blind. We also have Vilest Things, which is the sequel to Immortal Longings by Chloe Gong. Based on the ending of the last book, I have no fucking idea what's gonna happen in this one, but I'm excited. Literally cannot wait. 2 books that we're sort of double dipping on because they were on the TBR last month is The Unraveling, which again, creepy psychological thriller with I think it's actually like a psychologist stalking someone. And then These Violent Delights, which is a Romeo and Juliet retelling, also by Chloe Gong. This month is a Chloe Gong kind of month. I'm very excited. Then cozy fantasy, yet again, we're going to double the cozy fantasies here because we're doing A Pirate's Life for Me by Rebecca Thorne, which should be sapphic, it should be pirates, it should be like high seas, swashbuckling adventure. And then The Honey Witch, which I have not read. I keep getting it confused with The Spell Shop, which I have read. 2 cozy books, and these are going to be dramatically different vibes. I think that The Honey Witch is going to be more like cottagecore, but we'll see. Then there's The Great Dating Fake Off, which I have to enunciate it like that, by Livy Hart. This, I think it's going to be fake dating. I know it's set in Italy. I don't know if there's going to be baking involved. I hope so. I feel like there has to be given the title, but I have absolutely no idea. And then The Haters by Robin Harding, because I read The Drowning Woman in, oh God, I think it was in so early in July that I've forgotten about it. And it was just an addictive thriller. Didn't want to put it down. Loved it. And I think my mom and I are going to read that one too once her library hold comes in. This one's about social media, I think. Really my problem when I first started requesting books and stuff was I was just like going off vibes. I go, yeah, that sounds good. I wouldn't know anything about the plot really, and then I'd open the book and be like, oh, that's what this is about. And I mean, you know, in some cases it works where, like, you know, I have a pretty good expectation of what's going in. I go, oh yeah, Vilest Things. That's a retelling of Antony and Cleopatra. Got it. But other times it doesn't work out, and I get halfway through and there's a secret baby and I'm just like, oh, what did I just read? Now, do I have an example of that? No, because almost no one does a secret baby trope anymore. But that's where we're at. I also really like the review spreads at the end. I feel like sort of as I was making these, it was really chaotic at the beginning, and then towards the end I really had it down. We're doing clusters, like it feels very modular and aesthetically pleasing. And sometimes I wish it's like I could do the last spread first and then like go back and redo everything, like if I could just undo it almost, because it doesn't quite feel cohesive. But, you know, I don't care that much. I really don't. I think it's fun, and I really like all of the beachy vibes in it. So I hope you liked this video. Comment down below what you are currently reading or the last book that you loved, because we all know I need more books to read. Subscribe if you haven't, and hit that bell for more notifications. And as always, happy planning.